All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're taking a deep dive into an incredibly sophisticated scam that's been targeting people in Sri Lanka. Now, this isn't your average phishing email. This is a complex, carefully planned operation impersonating the Royal Mint. And we're about to break down their entire playbook piece by piece. We're going to show you exactly how they operate so you can spot the trap long before it's ever set. Right now, Sri Lanka is facing what we can only describe as a full-blown scam pandemic. And we're not talking about those old, clumsy emails with bad grammar anymore. These new digital frauds, they're polished, they're highly organized, and they are psychologically engineered to absolute perfection. We call them the Mona Lisa of modern scams for a reason. They are masterpieces of deception. And believe me, the stakes here are devastatingly high. HackAware has already exposed more than 20 of these operations, and the numbers are just staggering. The average amount a single victim loses is around 3.5 million rupees. This isn't just a bit of lost cash. For so many people, this is a life-destroying amount of money. So the big question is, how do they actually pull this off? Well, it all starts with the bait and the hook. This first phase is designed to be completely harmless, to feel safe. It's all about luring you into their carefully built trap without you suspecting a single thing. It usually kicks off with a quiet, simple invitation on Telegram, something about an easy work-from-home job. That link takes you to a slick, professional-looking fake platform. The moment you sign up, boom, there's a welcome bonus in your account, but you can't actually withdraw it. But then comes the masterstroke. They let you withdraw a small, real amount of money. And that right there, that's the hook. That's the moment they buy your trust for just a tiny bit of real cash. Okay, so they've got you hooked. You trust them. Now they start building the set. This next phase is all about creating this grand illusion, this elaborate stage play we call the theater of trust. The goal here is to make you believe you've joined a real, thriving community where everyone is making money. And here's how the performance works. They drop you into a Telegram group with about 30 other members. But here's the catch, and it's a big one. Every single one of those other members is fake. They're all puppets controlled by the scammers. The group is just flooded with fake success messages, doctored screenshots of bank transfers, and people thanking the admins. Some of these fake members will even message you privately, telling you to keep going, erasing any little doubts you might have. It's social proof turned into a weapon. You'll see messages just like this one over and over and over. Withdraw successful, thank you. When you see dozens of other people supposedly getting paid, your own skepticism starts to feel out of place, right? That's exactly what they want. It's a deliberate psychological tactic to make you drop your guard completely. And this is where things get really clever, where they start playing with your perception of profit. You make your first real deposit, let's say 25,000 rupees. Instantly, the dashboard shows your balance is now 60,000. It looks like you've more than doubled your money. But here's the reality. Your actual withdrawable profit might only be 10,000 rupees. The entire system is built to create this powerful illusion of huge, easy returns from day one. All right, now this is where the floor drops out from under you. Once they're sure they have your trust and you've put in real money, the nice guy act is over. The scammers spring their main trap, and its entire purpose is to send you into a complete financial freefall. It happens totally out of the blue. The system assigns you a high-value task, something they call a premium ticket. But this task is a setup. It's designed to cost more than your current balance, and immediately your account is pushed deep into the negative. And that is the trigger for the whole next phase of the scam. And what follows is just this brutal, endless loop. You pay 55,000 rupees to clear that first negative balance, thinking, okay, now I can get my money out. But seconds later, a new, larger negative balance appears. So you pay that, and then another one shows up. Each payment feels like you're just one step away from freedom, but in reality, you're just digging yourself deeper and deeper into a trap designed to bleed you dry. Finally, after they've bled you with this negative balance cycle, they bring in the closer. A so-called finance officer gets in touch. They'll tell you your account has millions in it, but to unlock it, you just need to pay one large, final, refundable safety deposit. They create this intense sense of urgency, pressuring you to act now to get your winnings. This is the grand finale of their whole act. And if you start to get cold feet at this point, if you hesitate on that massive final payment, they've got their final weapons ready. They'll send you a professionally forged certificate of incorporation to prove they're a real company. Or they'll send a very official-looking tax document demanding one last payment. These are designed to crush your final doubts with what looks like the weight of official authority. So you might be sitting there thinking, okay, just take down this one website, theroyalmintbidding.com, and the problem's solved, right? The scam is over then. Absolutely not. And this is probably the single most important thing to understand here. The website is nothing. It's disposable. The real danger, the engine of this whole scam, is the playbook, the step-by-step method we just walked through. Scammers can relaunch this exact same operation tomorrow under a completely new name. Stopping one website is like cutting one head off a hydra. 2 more will just grow back in its place. So that brings us to the real reason we're doing this explainer. Understanding their game is one thing, but knowing how to protect yourself, that's everything. So let's talk about your defense. Here's how you stay safe. These are the red flags you have to burn into your memory. First, and it's the oldest rule in the book, if it seems too good to be true, it is. Period. Never, ever trust documents they send you online. Certificates, IDs, screenshots, they can all be faked in minutes. And remember this, no legitimate company ever makes you pay more money to withdraw your own money. Be incredibly suspicious of Telegram groups. A whole group can be a one-person show. And anytime you feel rushed or pressured, recognize it for what it is, a tactic to stop you from thinking clearly. And look, if you or someone you care about has been caught in one of these, it is so important to hear this. You are not alone, and it is not your fault. These aren't just simple tricks. They are sophisticated psychological traps designed by experts who know exactly how to exploit human trust and hope. By sharing what happened, you break the cycle of silence that these scammers depend on. Raising your voice isn't just a courageous act for yourself. It's an act of community defense that helps protect countless others from falling into the exact same trap. Because at the end of the day, a playbook like this loses all its power the moment you can see the moves coming. This knowledge isn't just information, it's armor. And that awareness is and always will be our strongest defense against these kinds of attacks. By understanding their tactics, you take back the power. Stay sharp, stay safe, stay HackAware.